Thing to a successful conclusion. It's been quite a day, and I'm excited now to actually do something which is truly different, which we haven't done before. We sort of capitulated and decided that we wanted to create an award this year, and the award we're calling the Maimonides Award, or Rambam, those who speak Hebrew. It's an award which we're giving to somebody for essentially lifetime achievement in science, leadership, and Menschlichkeit. Now, some of you might not know what Menschlichkeit means. Anybody not know? Okay, so I see some hands. So to be a mensch is to be a gentleman, a good person. And Menschlichkeit means the art of being a good person. So it's not just about being a great scientific leader or a great leader in general, but it's about being a mensch. And so we are privileged. We looked around and said, who gets this award? And we looked in our organization, actually, and we found a guy named Morry Blumenfeld, who is our... Morry is the chairman of the OurCrowd Medical Advisory Committee and one of our critical venture partners making medical investments. We've made, I think now the exact number is 25 different medical investments. It's probably the best performing portfolio we have. Together, Morry and his partner, Dr. Morris Laster, have done an extraordinary job, and Morry's life is a storybook. He started off in essentially GE Health and GE Medical, 3 decades of leadership there, where he's part of the founding teams of the groups that put together the first CT machine, computerized tomography, the first MRI. He actually is the father of MRI-guided ultrasound. He brought GE Medical here to Israel. He's been an investor with MedTech advisors before joining us at OurCrowd. And anyone who knows Morry and his incredible smile knows what a mensch he is. He is an extraordinary person. He is the absolute most deserving winner and awardee of the first annual OurCrowd Maimonides Award for Menschlichkeit, Leadership, and Scientific Achievement. Morry Blumenfeld, please.
My name is Morry Blumenfeld. I worked for General Electric for about 35 years. I helped start the CT business, the MRI business, and then later the focused ultrasound business. My last job was to be the managing director here in Israel of GE Medical Systems, and then since then I've basically failed retirement. After we sent out CT system number 4 or 5, I got a letter from a father, and the letter said that basically the CT scanner has saved my son's life. I took that letter and I posted it in our manufacturing facility so that the people who were working there on CT knew that working on medical devices really helps save people's lives. After moving to Israel, I think one of the most impressive things that I saw was the number of startups, especially startups in medical devices, were doing things that were really important. It turns out I was a startup person all my life, and when I got to Israel, I found out that that was a real thing, and I spent my time trying to help those startups get to the right technical and management positions that they needed. I'm really very fortunate in that one of the best ways for me to do that has been through OurCrowd.
It's my great pleasure to introduce this crowd to Morry Blumenfeld, the winner of the first Maimonides Award. Very much well deserved. Thank you, Morry.
This is in benefit of my son who's taking a picture right now. And who, by the way, did a lot of the videos here, especially that first video that opened the whole conference. Hasn't this been an incredible, incredible, incredible conference? I want to thank John. I want to thank all my colleagues here. It's been so awful, and this whole last bit about creating relationships is so important. I'm just overwhelmed. I have had a very, very lucky career. First, I got married to the right woman. And she even followed me to a place that she had never heard of before, Schenectady, New York. Then I moved from Schenectady to New York. I made what people told me was a stupid decision and became a liaison scientist at a time when all the other liaison scientists were 60 and 65 and getting ready for their retirement. I was pretty young, but I had the good fortune to be the liaison to Jack Welch. That was fantastic. He, in the end, sent me out to start the CT business and then started the MRI business. And I guess one of the more important things that I started was what was called image-guided therapy, image-guided surgery. And that led to probably the most important startup. I didn't realize I was a startup person until I came to Israel and found out that there was a term, startup. So my most important startup was something called MR-guided focused ultrasound. It was really lucky because I also got transferred here to Israel to find out what startups were. I was the managing director here of GE Medical Systems, and that at the same time happened one of the most important transfers from General Electric to a small company here called MedTech. And MedTech created what's now called MR-guided therapy, MR-guided focused ultrasound. And I'm going to show you something that shows the kind of applications that we are making now in MR-guided focused ultrasound through MedTech, which, by the way, is the latest investment that OurCrowd has made. And I want to thank you very much for that.
Well,